Instagram. Hi, TikTok. Hello, YouTube. Hi, everybody. Welcome. Pleasure to have you here again. I am moving the table. Instagram. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to another reading. We'll be doing another reading today. Haven't seen you in 2 days. It feels like forever. I'm feeling just a little bit warm where I am. Running around, setting up things, drinking coffee, decaf coffee at this point. It's a little bit late. Well, it's not late. It's 4 p.m. Instagram, let me know if you can hear me. Hi, people. Nice to see you all. Today I've decided to start with the Isis Oracle. Let that be the first one we do. If you frequent the lives, I've talked about how much I like this one, and we've seen, let me put it up so YouTube can see it. And we've used it a few times before. So I want to start with it today. Let's start with it as a collective read. And then as always, so what we do is we do individual questions. So say you have a question or you want a card pulled for you, you can just write your question in the chat, or you could just say, pull a card for me, because I know some people don't want to write their questions in the chat, which is fine. You don't have to, right? But if you feel like you want to put your question in the chat, feel free to do that. When you don't put a hi, Kine. Yes, absolutely. We can start with you. Nice to have you here. When you don't put a question in the chat like Kine is doing, can you pull a card for me? I'll just pull a card, whichever card that falls off, and then we break it down and interpret it. If it works for you and it relates to whatever you are looking to work on, fine. If it doesn't, then let me know, and then we take it from there, right? So let's start with Kine. And I actually took out the Isis Oracle. So we're going to start with the Isis Oracle and take it from there. All right. Hi, everybody. I hope you can hear me on Instagram. I am using the mic. Okay. One card. Kine, you can ask your question in your mind and then put your intention. And then we see what card comes out. We do 2 more shuffles. And if no card comes out, we just spread it and take one. Okay. One card for Kine. What message do you have for Kine? Maybe there's no message for Kine today. Here we go. I like this symbol. I have a necklace like it at the back of the card. The star. And even my ring is a depiction of that. Hi, Maka. Welcome. Okay. Temple of Lapis Lazuli. Lapis Lazuli. I love that crystal. Lapis Lazuli. I've been wanting to get it. And I think they're sending me one, a necklace of Lapis Lazuli. This one I have on is amethyst. Amethyst. Lapis Lazuli. Your soul is very ancient and holds the wisdom of star peoples from civilizations with unique high vibrational awareness that can help humanity transition from the culture based in fear to a love based community. I believe that absolutely, right? Just from the name Kine, knowing the ancestry, the culture, the heritage that is connected with, right? From African spirituality and African traditions going all the way back, which is something that is now, I think, in the forefront of our society, even though still a lot of people demonize it. You are here on this planet to be you to the fullest extent possible. Then you will help heal human culture so that the planet may thrive. Absolutely. You are here on this planet to be you to the fullest extent. There's usually a saying, the best thing you can do for me is to help you. And the best thing I can do for you is to help me, right? So when we are ourselves, and we have learned being ourselves, because it depends, right? Depending on how you were raised. You can be raised in a way that you knew yourself, you were okay with yourself, you loved yourself. Erica Badu talks about this, how everything that she does, she was, majority of them, she was raised with it. And she already knew who she was growing up. But then you also have other people that they have to learn to be themselves, they have to grow into themselves. So when we are able to be ourselves, it helps heal people. We are able to help other people heal. What I am doing here is me being me. This is me. I like doing this, I enjoy doing this, right? This is how I want to make a living, to get to the point, right, where I can do this a whole lot more on a bigger platform. And then the prerequisite is not the word that I'm looking for. I'm back in school, so I see prerequisite a lot. So it's popping in my head. And then the thing connected to that is helping other people heal, helping other people feel good about themselves, helping other people love themselves more. Why? Because I've gotten to the point where I can be myself, and this is myself, right? How does that relate to you, Kine? Or does that relate to you, being able to be yourself? Because helping people heal or helping a community heal, it doesn't have to be loud. We've talked about that. It doesn't have to be high divine. It doesn't have to be at the big scale. It doesn't have to be touching the lives of so many people. It can be just in your family, in your neighborhood, in your own community, the people that surround you. The people that come to my lives are my community. They're the people that surround me. So if one or two people I'm able to do something or say something that touches their heart, that is me impacting a community already. Hi, Divine. Sure. I think for you, let's do the guardian angel. You're very welcome, Kinney. Let's do the guardian angel card, the heart-shaped cards. They come with messages. I'm still drinking my coffee. I cooked food and I was about to eat the whole thing. So to stop myself from eating, I made some coffee and it worked. Took away the whole appetite. Okay, Divine, you ready? Oh, are you still here? Yes, you're ready. Okay. You can ask your question in the chat. Hi, Lillian. Well, not in the chat, Divine. I'm sorry. You can ask your question in your mind, just whatever it is you want to know. In the chat is fine, but it's you don't have to. Creativity. Did you have that before? I don't think so. Hi, how are you? How sweet. Thank you, Kevin. How are you doing? I'm doing marvelous. And if you send me $5,000, it will be an amazing start of the month. Hi, Lillian. Okay. Creativity. No, it wasn't. I got creativity for someone else, and it's coming back to mine. We, your angelic messengers, are here to help unleash the endless creative potential that you possess. Listen to the whispers of love inside your heart as we communicate with you through feeling and emotion. One question, just from reading that, one question that we usually get a lot in our content creation campus is a lot of people asking, will creativity run out? Does creativity run out? Does it come to a point where you don't have any creative juice left? And that's not true, right? I believe up to the point that you are dead, your creativity is with you. Some people die without ever exploring their creativity, right? The potential in them, the potential that they possess, right? Because there's a lecture by this English professor which is called Does Schools Kill Creativity? Does Schools Kill Creativity? I can't remember who was given that lecture, but in one of our education groups it was shared recently again. Does schools kill creativity? Because most people don't even believe they are creative. You're very welcome. They don't even think they are creative. Listen to the whispers of love inside your heart as we communicate with you through feeling and emotion. Last week we talked about intuition, right? Being able to tap into your gut feeling, tap into your intuition, because that's how you get messages. That's how you listen to that voice. That's how you know what you're doing or the next steps to take. Divine guidance. Maybe you prayed, however you pray. You went to church, you prayed at home, you went to the mosque, you went to the temple, you went to the synagogue, you went wherever, whatever you believe in to pray. And you need messages to help you move forward. Those comes through feeling and emotion, your intuition. Let go of fear and apprehension and express the endless source of creativity you possess. When you let go of fear, you're able to take more risks. because now you're not afraid of failing, you're not afraid of what people think, you're not afraid of what people say. Is yakam to worsak a bad thing? Yes. Yakam to worsak, yes. Yes, because it goes with divine guidance. How do you say divine guidance in Olaf? It goes with divine guidance, right? When you go to the mosque, or you're Christian, whoever you are, and you pray, you are asking for guidance in the things that you want to do, right? But then if you yakam to be more trying to control the outcome. You want to control the outcome. You don't believe you are creative. You don't believe you have the power to make things happen. You don't believe you can manifest the things to come into your life. So you are in a hurry. You call this person, level mahalis, loan me some money. You call that person, help me this and that. You're in a hurry to get things to the point where the messages that are coming, you can't see them, you can't hear them, because you're too in a hurry. I know that has happened to me before. Let me center my camera here, my YouTube camera. It went out of focus. Put it back in focus. Yeah. Yes, absolutely. That's how I can explain it, right? So let go of fear, apprehension, and even that question, right? Yeah, Kamti, that question, it goes with creativity because it's being in a hurry. If you are creative and all, it happened to me even with these lives. I wanted to be able to do this every single day. So I was in a hurry to get to the point where I can do them every single day. But then I realized, okay, I also have a life. There are things that I need to take care of every single day. But then I thought, okay, this is what I want to be my source of income. What I'm doing now is what I want to be my source of income. So I was in a hurry and in fear mode that if I'm not here every single day, then it's not going to work. But usually when that happens, so yakamti is because gumuloyala. You don't believe in a higher power. You don't believe in God. You don't believe that your source of creativity, your source of income, right? The worsak, good luck, all of that, it doesn't come from you. It comes from the universe. It comes from the way you think. It comes from how you believe, what you believe about yourself and the universe. Because you needed to hear that. Wonderful. It goes a lot with this card. Because at the end of the day, if your energy and your aura is that of constantly being in a hurry, my my mom is like that. Yakamti, everything is always in a hurry. Chop 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 chop. It doesn't take the time to actually absorb things and to go with the process and to actually enjoy the process. Now I am enjoying the process of coming live, right? Because I'm wearing the dresses I like, I'm wearing the clothes I like. I'm not worried about makeup anymore. I'm sitting here with absolutely no makeup, just my lipstick and mascara. All of these things used to worry me because I was in a hurry of, oh my God, it has to get to this, whatever, whatever. And I was constantly messing it up. And I knew I was. Have fun and allow the inner child within you to express your true essence. All is valid. in both questions that was asked here, right? Have fun, enjoy yourself. Most of us, regardless of where you are from, we're so focused in the role of being an adult, of trying to be an adult. And who's an adult? An adult is just a child in a bigger body. Because most of us, we don't feel the age of our body. Most of us still feel we are what? In our teens, in our 20s. And that feeling of being an adult, it's just not there. Just like, I can't believe I am adulted, right? Because it's a role. We play the role of being an adult to the point where we don't want to go out and walk bare feet and enjoy and play hopscotch and play padding yeti, right? And skip, jump rope, and play all these things, or just play with the kids and enjoy ourselves. This is all healing to us, because some of us, these things, either we did as a child and we really loved, or some of us, there are a lot of things we're not able to do as children. So when we do these things, what we're doing is a healing our inner child. And the more we do these things, the more we have creativity, the more we are able to manifest better, right? Being able to sit down quietly. I know for me as a child, one of the major things that I wanted to be able to do is just sit quietly alone by myself, let nobody talk to me, no family, nothing. I just wanted to be alone. But many a time I wasn't able to do it. So now my source of creativity, my source of well-being, really, it comes from me just sitting alone by myself. I did it this morning, and I try to do it every night too before I go to bed, at least for 2 hours. Just sit, meditate, listen to affirmations, light some candles, light some herbs, just adorn myself and absorb myself in this very cool and comfortable environment that I have created, that it feels so at home and it feels so good to myself. And when I get out of that, I feel recharged. I feel good. Okay. Have fun. Allow the inner child within you to express your true essence. All is valid. All is valid. And everything is always working out for us. Everything is always working out for us. And if you look for that, if you look for the fact that everything is always working out for us, like you actually ask yourself, how is everything working out for us? And you look around to actually find how everything is working out for you. You will find it. But if you look around to find how nothing is working for you and everything is falling apart, guess what? You will find how everything is falling apart and how nothing is working for you. I think my Instagram camera is too close. So when I move the table, it shakes it. But it's fine. The video itself will be on YouTube. Hey, baby Gambia. Hey, the king. Oh, Lillian. Was I? Oh, I was doing for Divine. Lillian, are you still here? This is one of the oldest things I own. This fan. Oh, you're still here. I bought this a long time ago in New York, Harlem. There's a huge African market in Harlem. Okay, Lillian, we can do one for you. All right. I know some people are um, what is it called? Enjoying or celebrating Labor Day. I wouldn't have mind being in New York and watching the West Indian Day Parade because I have a class on that anyway, so that would have been great, but I'm not in New York. But if you enjoy or celebrate Labor Day, today is a very good day to research Labor Day and Black people and African people, a connection. Okay, Lillian, let's go. Nafisa, you can hear me. Beautiful. Thank you for the comments. Thank you to everybody who's liking the live and sharing the live. And everybody who's sending me gifts. Thank you so much. Right? The gifts are helpful and I love them. The more gifts. Let me see if I would get another one. If not, we take this too. Okay. I was just talking about this one. I just said, even if you ask, how is everything working out for me? And actually go around your life looking at how things are working for you instead of how things are not working for you and how things are falling apart. And this card says, hi, Dr. Lady. That's a nice name. This one says, release the habit of assuming the worst. Release the habit of assuming the worst. And this other one says, I am brave. They work very well together. So I'll do this one first. Release, and then I am brave. Release the habit of assuming the worst. I had this habit. Where, an example, when I was looking for parking, right? A place to park. And I would look around and just say, there's no parking. Nobody's leaving. Nobody's leaving. There's no parking. The place is so full. Why can't I get a parking? There's no parking. And guess what? There was no parking. The place was so full. Nobody was leaving. There was a day I was sitting in my car for about 2 hours waiting for parking, right? This was in Spanish Harlem. No parking at all. But this was before I understood that whatever you say, self-defeating thoughts, exactly. Whatever you say, that's what you would attract. So I began to change it, where I would say, I'll get a parking very soon. A car is going to leave very soon. Or before I get to my destination, I am already priming myself that when I get there, there will be an empty spot exactly where I want it. There are people who teach about this. I release the habit of assuming the worst, always assuming the worst. I've met people, I've seen people, I currently, right now, know people who it doesn't matter what you talk about. Their mind always goes to the worst thing that can happen, never the best thing that can happen. It's always What if there's a fire? What if my house burns down? What if nobody talks to me? What if people hate? I think it's because in these situations I'm preparing myself to what? And anticipate the pain of failure. Why not anticipate the joy of success? Why not? Hotep, Hotep Kifra. Why not anticipate the joy of success? That doesn't stop you from getting the solutions. It's all mental. If you mean solutions to anticipating the joy of success, I talk about this a lot, from affirmations to affirmations to all of these things that can prime your mind, right? If this is your first time, I would say I talked about my YouTube channel because I create different playlists of these. All you have to do is just scroll through the playlist from affirmations to affirmations. In my Telegram group, I shared playlists of Dr. Joe Dispenza, Eckhart Tolle. These are all people that help you change your mind. It's about priming it, actually wanting to change your mind, right? Now that you've heard this, you've heard me say this, you cannot unhear it. Whenever you say something that's negative, it's going to ring in your head because you've already heard this. Practice. Okay, let's go to practical steps here on the card. Practice mindful awareness, which is being aware of what you say, being aware of what you think, being aware of how you talk to yourself, the tiny voice in your head. What is that voice saying? Cultivate mindfulness to observe and redirect negative thought patterns. If you're always, I was just about to say that, and you wrote the, and you wrote it in the chat. That's exactly what I was about to say. I always thought this is part of who I am, that this cannot be changed. It's a pattern. It can be changed, is a pattern, because I used to think very negatively and I thought that was okay. But that was because as a child, I just picked up everybody's in my environment. Everybody talking is usually always negative. And I just picked up everybody's ways of thinking. And you don't have to. You can change it. Right? These negative thought patterns is usually fear-based mentality. It's victim-based mentality. And sometimes we don't even know we are making ourselves victims. It's self-doubt, it's self-sabotage, it's thinking that we're not good enough for nothing that we want. Because if you can anticipate pain, you can anticipate success. Being delusional to get what you want, right? Because even if you anticipate success, you would still probably go through that pain, and you will go through that pain, but you're not focusing on the pain. You're focusing on the journey. I want $1,000 every month. Some people have that already. So maybe you're watching me and you already have that. So maybe let's say $5,000, $10,000 every single month. That's what you want. It's not going to fall from the sky, obviously, right? But you can put yourself in a position mentally, emotionally, and physically to work towards that. You have steps to take, you have plans, you have different solutions. Oh, it's freezing. I hope it doesn't freeze. Right? You have everything in place of how you're going to get it. It might not be how it will happen, but at least you have a plan. I saw, oh, it's on my Instagram. I saw something and it was posted by UR creators on YouTube. and they were talking about this exactly, the steps you can take to where you want to go. But what you are seeing is success. What you're visualizing is success, your own way. But you're not focused on the pain, on the hurt, on the disappointment, on the worst things happening, of things falling apart. I wake up every day and say things are working out for me. Things are going to work out for me. Today is a good day. Today is a beautiful day. The beginning of my day today was a very stressful day. But the moment I saw that there's a possibility it's going to be stressful, I just played my affirmations. And for about 2 hours, so that's all I was listening. Morning affirmation. Today is a great day. Today is a beautiful day. I am successful. I am meant for great things. I am going to contribute to society today. I'm going to do something great, and something great is going to happen to me today. Money comes to me easily and effortlessly. This is what I was listening to in the morning, even though my day started very stressful from 5 o'clock in the morning. But I didn't focus on it. That was what was going to happen. Did it change the day? It absolutely changed the day, to the point where I was surprised, like, oh wow, okay, that switched completely. So if it stays negative, it's because of the victim mentality and the self-sabotage. The victim mentality is the woe it's me, why me, this always happens to me, I am a terrible person, I cannot get anything good. I knew it was going to fall apart. I knew it was going to be painful. I knew they don't like me. I knew they're going to talk nasty about me. Da 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 da. And then that snowballs into depression and anxiety. Challenge assumptions. Actively question and challenge negative assumptions that arise, right? There's a saying that don't believe everything you think, because many a time the things that we're thinking is not the truth. Practice positive affirmations. I just talked about this, right? Even this card deck is affirmations. Affirmations and meaningful intentions. And if you just go to my YouTube channel, the things that I listen to, right? The playlist that I was listening to today is gratitude, affirmations, and meditations. I just created this recently for myself to listen to. These ones are from Amazon. I think I have it on my Amazon shop. Yes. So the cards, okay, so the cards, if you go to the link in my bio and go to my Amazon shop, I linked it there, I think. Or I can link it there after the live, put it together. Probably on the spiritual items or luxury candles. And my YouTube channel is the same name. There's a social media link in the link in my bio too, to go to my YouTube channel. It's the same, Maria Mufai EmpressFayer. And I have playlists of what I am listening to every single day to help me, because I have to feed my soul. I have to fill my cup to be able to come sit here and talk about these things. Practice positive affirmations. Integrate positive affirmations that counteract the tendency to assume the worst. This from personal experience, it works. It really, really works, because you are reprogramming your mind to the point that it completely changes the way you see yourself, the way you talk about yourself, the way you think about yourself, the way you feel about yourself. Imagine every single day listening to say, um, you're listening to affirmations that are saying, oh, there's one that I downloaded here. Let me read that one, because I've seen this one before, And I had it before, but I downloaded it again. And this is for the ladies. So this would work, right? It says, I am always on the pedestal. I am chased. I am pursued. I am desired. I am loved and adored. I am always the first option. I always put myself first. I am irresistible. Anything I want wants me more. Anyone I desire desires me more. I am receptive. I am grateful for everything I already have. Love surrounds me. I am love. Imagine listening to things like these all day, every single day, morning, noon, and night, playing. Like, make it your music. I'm trying to find another one because I have a whole. Let me go to affirmations. I have a whole. Okay, there's this one. Let me read this one out. Some of the things that I would read. Today is the best day of my life. My life is so exciting and fun. I wake up so excited to live my life. I stay motivated and disciplined. I am becoming more and more aligned. My intuition is getting stronger. Everything is aligning for my dream life. My faith is strong. I believe I can have anything I desire. I keep receiving everything I have been wanting. I have I have so much confidence in myself and my dreams. I release old mental habits and old beliefs that are holding me back. I am so grateful. Everything is always working out for me. Imagine listening to that every single day. They usually say listen to it for 21 days. I do 21 days or more than 21 days, so I just play it and just let it. Great stuff. Let it stay there. The last one is I am brave. Face your fears. Identify and confront your fears one step at a time. So it can start with that. Identify and confront your fears one step at a time. You can start there. Well, I'm glad it's helpful, Lillian. Right? You can start there. You have one negative thought, you pause. Pause everything. Center yourself. Cancel that negative thought. Look at where is this type of thinking coming from? Where did you learn it from to think like this? Who do you know that talks like that? You confront it. Will it be painful? Possibly. It can be painful. It can really hurt you depending on how you learn it. It can be very difficult to let go of. It might take you 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, 1 year to cleanse that out of you, but you still do it. You are going through a lot, but this is very helpful. I'm glad it could help. But even in that pain, in whatever you are going through, there's a lesson in there. Your job is to find what that situation is teaching you. What is your situation teaching you? What is the pain telling you? If the pain is prolonged, or is constantly happening, or it's a pattern, things that have happened before and it keeps happening, there's something there that you haven't seen, that you need to see, that you need to learn. You have to learn it, overcome it, and let that one go. If it keeps coming back, then you haven't learned the lesson yet, right? Les Brown, if you don't know Les Brown, he's a good one to look up and listen to. He would usually say, in issues like this, he would say you are going through a character building phase. So this is a character building phase. When your life is falling apart, majority of the time is great. I know it's a beautiful thing that your life is falling apart. Healing the inner child, learning a lot, just discovered this concept. Absolutely. Healing the inner child. Yeah. Yeah. Take bold actions. Embrace opportunities to take bold and decisive actions. Learn from setbacks. Exactly that one, Lillian. Learn from setbacks. View setbacks as opportunities for growth and resilience. And it is. It is. The pain is always, oh, okay. Um, I download a lot of quotes, by the way. And I saw this one here. Let me read it. It's about triggers, right? Depending on how you're feeling and what you're going through. This is talking about triggers. What your triggers mean. All right, Lillian? What your triggers mean. Anger tells us when a fundamental need is being ignored or dismissed. Shame invites us to practice giving ourselves acceptance and love. Jealousy shows us what we want for ourselves and where we feel less than. Judgment or criticism of others shows us where we judge ourselves. When somebody judge you, they're judging themselves. When somebody's jealous of you, it's just because they feel less than. I kicked it. I keep kicking the camera. Sorry, my legs are long. Depression. Depression shows us when our soul is not being nourished in the way it needs to be. Your life is out of alignment with your soul's plan. There's a saying that depression is the universe alerting you that something is not going right. Overwhelm invites us to pause and release the things we do not need to do. Exhaustion invites us to put boundaries in to stop us from overfunctioning. And disassociation, disassociate, you know the word I'm trying to say. Disassociation tells us we're feeling unsafe and invites us to return to our body and ground ourselves. You see what I mean there? In whatever you're going through, there's something. There's something there for you to see, to learn. In my stressful situation this morning today, one thing I learned was that I don't have to do anything. When somebody's being mean to me, when somebody's being nasty to me, I don't have to do anything. Ancestors, guides, the universe, God has it under control. Because that's what I did today. I did nothing. I accepted the situation. I just let it go. I was like, I'm fine with this. This is okay. And then the turnaround happened. And the moment the turnaround happened, I was like, this is a power beyond me that made this happen. And all day today, even when I was taking a shower, I was thinking to myself, because these days I've been listening to a lot of Santa Muerte. I love Santa Muerte. I love the dark energies. Santa Muerte is the lady of death. I was listening to her and I was just thinking to myself, I don't I don't have to do anything. I don't have to be mad or angry or be nasty at people, right? Just the prayer. Any negative energy sent to me, I send it back to the sender. That's all I have to do. I don't have to do anything else. It was just a realization. It just dawned on me. And this situation has been so stressful for me for the past months, where I wouldn't sleep. I got sick. And today it was just like, oh, I was so worried about this, but I didn't have to. Anyway, let me know if that really spoke to you, Lillian and Dr. Lady. But if you do have another question too, I'll be glad. We still have about 10 or 9 minutes before we leave. I can pull one um from Louise Hay, How to Love Yourself. Also, oh, also the problem is worse when I transfer these negative patterns to my children. That's basically giving them your generational trauma dumping on them. So eventually your children would have to heal from you. There's a saying, heal so that when you have children, your children don't have to heal from you because you damage them. When I learned that as a parent, it's so easy to make a child and it is so easy to break a child. So like, woo, my God. But it is. If you don't heal it, you automatically give it to your children. And that's how the cycle continues, the pain. When I did my healing, I heard one lady, she's also a card reader. Her YouTube channel is called Unconditional Healing. Absolutely love her. I even bought one of her packages of the reading stuff on Vimeo. I've been following her for a while now. Love her work. She was saying there was a day that she was in so much pain that it came to her that all the pain that she was feeling, it's not hers alone. It came from generations and generations of women in her family who never had the opportunity to heal their pain. And that's how it continues. And then it trickles down until one person one day says, okay, this is enough. I don't want this anymore. And you can do it. It can be you. Yeah, if we don't heal, we automatically absolutely give it to our children, for sure. For sure. In African societies, absolutely. In my own family. That's how I came to doing this work, because I had to heal from my own family. And when I talk about it in the family, nobody really wants to listen, because I'm one of the youngest, basically. I'm one of the youngest, right? But then I decided, okay, for the older folks, I am the youngest, and then for my siblings, I am the oldest because I am a firstborn child. So I decided to take it upon myself to do this work so that I can leave something for my siblings, because eventually they will listen, because they will need somebody to talk to them about it. Right? So I everywhere on all my social media, I have majority of my siblings everywhere on social media, even here on TikTok. They join the live sometimes. And when they do join, I speak to them. And I'm like, I am fine being the black sheep of the family. I've always been that. But that is the only way that I am able to speak this. Absolutely, in African families. But I've also come to learn it's all over the world. It's all over the world. When you speak to Asian families, most of them don't talk about mental health and all these issues, right? African American families is basically like African families. My background, I'm Gambian. Am I doing therapy? As in, do I give therapy or am I taking therapy? Yes, I have been in therapy for 2 years, and I'm studying to get license for that, to be a mental health counselor therapist. I plan to do my master's for that. Therapy for others. I don't have the license yet, and it takes the license to actually practice. Felicia, I remember you, Felicia. I remember you when I used to go live a long time ago. Yeah. Okay. This one is how to love yourself. I just picked it up. I just picked it out. I use my words and thoughts as tools to shape my future. I use my words and thoughts as tools to shape my future. I've talked about how words are spells for license. Okay, I will. I will for sure. I use my words as thoughts as tools to shape my future. The words that we speak. Every time you hear me say, when I come in here and I talk about these things, is healing to me, because I'm speaking healing words. I'm speaking life, right? I'm feeding people's souls. I'm speaking encouragement. They can go all off. It's usually what a lot of people are more worried about, if I can still speak Wolof. But the message, it just passes them by. They're more interested if I can speak Wolof. So these words that I speak, it also shapes my own life. Right? So there's a saying, when you do good, you get the blessing. The person who receives it feels blessed, but the passerby who saw the good deed also gets some of the blessing too, because it goes all around. Does this matter? The wall of thing? I don't know. I get asked that every time I come on live. Right? So the words that you speak, we've talked about how spells are actually words. When you think about spelling, when you read the Bible, you are spelling. When you read the Quran, you are spelling. You're casting a spell. So whatever you read goes into you, and that's what you talk. That's what you speak out. The music you listen to, it goes into you, and that's what you speak out. When I knew about the music, I became very intentional of the type of music I listened to, because I was listening to everything. And then I was listening to everybody speak, right? But the words can create your future. It creates your life. Because like we were talking about, if you're speaking negative, you're anticipating negative, you're thinking negative, then what are you going to get? A negative life right away. Léegi nag you need therapy, just say don't worry about it. Let di moo la gën a dégg foofu. Don't worry about it. Life is very simple. I create my experiences by my thinking and feeling patterns. What I believe about myself and about life becomes true for me. What I believe about myself and about life becomes true for me. I mean, that explains itself. Unless there's a question about it, and I don't mind explain it a little bit before I leave. It's already 1 hour. The words we speak is very powerful. If you're from a family that, well, many of us came from very toxic families, but we didn't even know these families are toxic. At least I didn't know my family was toxic. I had no idea there was toxicity. The phone is my phone. What do you mean phone? Oh, you will join. Oh, okay, no problem, no problem. I'll be back here. No problem, Lillian. Thank you for stopping by. Nice to see you. So many of us did not even know we are from very toxic, negative, abusive, narcissistic family. We taught our parents as ideal beings. Oh, thank you, thank you. See ya. And we couldn't recognize these patterns, and then we continue them. And I said that to say that if you're from a family, either maybe the parents hit their kids, constantly screaming at their kids, traumatize the children, you have a fear of speaking up, you have a fear of being yourself, you have a fear of following your dreams, right? You have a fear that people are not going to like you, negative self-talk, self-sabotage. Majority of the time this comes from the type of families that we're raised into, which means that the words that we think and the words that we say, and all of us think in different languages. I think in English and in Wolof, right? The words you think and the words you say, all of them are negative, and they're shaping your life, and that determines if you will be successful or not. And I'm saying successful in whatever you decide is success. Just up the volume for someone to hear this. Whatever you decide is success for you, right? Not what anybody thinks. So it shapes that. It shapes everything that you see. Anyway, I feel like if I continue, I'm going to repeat it, because the next thing I was going to say was just going to be a repeat of something that we already explained already. But to summarize it and then close it here, look at your life. Look at the life that you are living now. Your environment, the people that you're surrounded by, the people that you talk to, your place of work, right? The people that are around you, that you deal with every single day. Look at them and ask yourself if these are the type of people that you want to be around. And ask yourself, how do you feel when you leave their company? How is your energy? How is your mood? Do you have a lot of people around you whom the moment you speak to them or you're just around them, you feel exhausted? You feel drained. Is your job draining you? You are more exhausted than you feel motivated and feel good about yourself. This will let you know what you are attracting in your life. Look at your relationships, right? I know a lot about toxic relationships because I've been in many. Look at your relationships. Relationships can be friendships, It can be acquaintances. It can be romantic relationships. What is the balance of the very healthy ones and the toxic ones? Then you can see the thoughts that are in your head, because whatever you think, those are the type of things that you're attracting to you: people, places, and things. The type of job, the type of environment, the neighborhood that you live, the people you live around, the people you talk to, your spouse's husband, fiance, girlfriend, boyfriend. They are all a combination of your thoughts and how you feel about yourself and your world. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'll see you again when I see you again. This keeps falling. I'll see you again when I see you again. Hi, Maria. I'm a Faibiram Pendawaga. I'm proud of you. Thank you. I love that name, Faibiram Pendawagan. Duguduguwagan. Thank you, as always. Thank you so much for the gifts. I'm looking forward to having so much gifts every single time so that I don't have to do any other work. I'll just be here. Nice to see you too, Felicia. It's been a while. It's been a long time. You see your cereal like me? That's great. Am I related to Domai Fai? I don't know. I don't know. The Fai family from Gambia to Senegal is huge. The Fayen family. Connecting from Gambia to Senegal, it's huge. It's a huge family. Oh, all right, all right. Oh, Felicia, I'll be talking more about the connection between the African family and the African American family. I started a class and it's called Psychology of the African American Family. You're from Angola? Hi, welcome. I don't think I've ever had anybody from Angola join the live. Welcome, welcome. Yes, I am from the Gambia, West Africa. Yeah. So I'm doing that class and I want to see how it's the connection. What is the where we connect, where the gap is, and all these roots together. All right, everybody. Bye-bye. Where I am located. If you send me money, I'll tell you where I am located. Send me money on my Cash App, and then I'll tell you where I'm located.